Most people think change feels like progress, but real change can feel like losing yourself, like something inside you is dying, and that's why most people never do it. But does transformation not also require, fundamentally, some negation, separation, and fragmentation? In other words, is change not bedfellows with death, with destruction, with the extinguishing of what was? I wonder if this is what Charles Bukowski, the prophet of the profane, meant when he said you have to die a few times before you can really live. Bukowski was a master of self-oblivion. His work dances along the paragons of seediness and base desire. Bukowski championed all that was undignifying, unholy, mortal, and held alight to the uncomfortable realities of contemporary existence: poverty, substance use, prostitution, and the drudgery of work. But why? What is there to gain from this? In a sense, Bukowski is evoking a notion of death far beyond our physical expiration. His reminders of abject society gesture us towards other forms of death: psychological, moral, and spiritual. The cycle of poverty is the death of hope. The 9 to 5 is the death of one's spirit, one's passion. Rejection is the death of potential. In a sense, Bukowski's work is a sort of memento mori, directing us towards the death of the self, all of those aspects that comprise one's identity, including the beliefs we hold surrounding our purpose, the purity of the world, and the possibility of a better tomorrow. In short, his work is an uncomfortable stripping away of the self, piece by piece. His work, among other things, is a taunting homage to the death of all things. Death is terrifying. It signifies disintegration, the ultimate loss. All potential, all that is worked towards, evaporates into a mortal nothingness. If there is anything approaching some dialectic completion, it is far beyond our grasp. Death is final, nothing beyond. Even finality within our fleeting lives can feel like a sort of death. Breakups, layoffs, humiliation, the brutal tragedies of the everyday are obviously painful, and yet, according to several different thinkers, the pain is actually the whole point. In fact, some have argued that the pain that emerges from a crisis is necessary for growth. The crisis could be anything: trauma, loss, humiliation, a crisis of identity. Stripped of your previous securities, of what the anthropologist Ernest Becker might call your character armor, you face the cold truth. You face what St. John of the Cross would describe as the dark night of the soul. This disintegrative process, whether it's the loss of a friend or the loss of one's own sense of direction, can be split into two stages.